Dearest Isabel, I can't stop thinking about the time I spent with you.
Dearest Tom, when I first saw you, I felt like I knew you, and I couldn't stop seeing my life with you.
To be loved by you allowed me to feel again.
Light Between Oceans is a film about love and truth, and it's about relationships, and it's about the secrets I think people keep in relationships when they're isolated, and what happens when those secrets kind of see the light of day and are exposed. And one day, as if a miracle happens in their life, and a boat washes ashore, and in the boat is a dead man and a baby, and they take the child for their own, and many years later come to find out that that baby has another mother, and we learn the story of how that baby and that man arrived on the island. And one other thing that I think really attracted me to this story was that there's no good guys in the movie, and or in the story, there's no bad people in the story. It's just, well, actually, everyone's good. I'll say that. Everyone in this movie is good. And it doesn't mean that everyone in the story makes the right choice all the time. It doesn't mean that they don't hurt other people. But at their heart, they're good people. The other thing audiences can expect is just this undeniable love story. You know, there's a great classic fable here up on the screen about, you know, about romance and truth and love. It's like a battle between love and truth, this movie. Yeah, I think they can expect to be transported to this fictitious world that you know, hopefully they can relate to and see themselves in, you know. And hopefully they'll leave arguing with each other a little bit about whose side was right. I think the movie's incredibly faithful to the book. In the best compliment I've had from anyone that's seen the movie so far has been from the author M.L. Stedman herself, who saw the movie recently, and she called me to tell me that she spent the day after seeing the movie weeping. And she said she was weeping because she felt that she was understood. And she said, isn't that the point of life? Is that we, as human beings, are trying to be understood by each other.
Can't just be a coincidence that she showed up.
She's a lovely baby, but you can't keep her.
She needs us. We're not doing anything wrong.
He's like the greatest trained actor of our time. And I've long been a fan of Michael's. I remember seeing Hunger for the first time at the movie theater. Right before I shot Blue Valentine, I went and saw Hunger. And I remember being just absolutely hypnotized and magnetized and just blown away by this presence that was Michael Fassbender up on the screen. And for years I became just such a fan of his and would always watch him. And the thing I always saw with him that really stood out to me was just what a mental giant he was on the screen, and how his brain was just larger than life. Just how smart he was. The thing I'll just say about Alicia is she's so beautiful as well, and she's so cinematic. If you just point the camera at her and she does nothing, you feel like there's 1,000 secrets inside of her, and you feel like there's 1,000 storms going on inside of her, and you feel like everything is happening and swirling in this girl. And then you have her do a scene and you realize how talented she is and how brave she is. And she's not afraid to do a scene when she hasn't slept at all the night before. And she's not afraid to do a scene when she's not been in the makeup chair. Do you know what I mean? She's totally vulnerable and completely she has no self-consciousness. And to work with her at the place when I worked with her, I felt like I was working with someone very, very special.